it's amazing you're saying this, because this is sometimes for me and you, this is the kind of the hardest concept to get across to people, because they think they're putting their money away. How many people we talk to, they think I'm putting, like, they feel like they're putting their money away like a 401k or an IRA where they have no access to it. It's just that programming of, I'm putting my money away. How many years do I have to keep putting money away? And then when you show them something, well, hey, if you had a $10,000 year policy and you put 10,000 on your anniversary date, but you're getting $20,000 back 30 days later, their head explodes.
Yeah. No, yeah, absolutely right. So again, it's not for the short term, it's for the long term, right? So that's why I say, if you think you're going to quit this before 3 or 4 years, then you shouldn't even start. Have you ever read a book by Rick Warren? It's called The Purpose-Driven Life.
Yeah.
And in that book, here's what Rick Warren says. He says, life is like a marathon. It doesn't matter where you start. It only matters how you finish. This is the game of life. So who cares if your peers are ahead of you in the beginning stages of the race, right? It's not a sprint, it's a marathon. I'll take you back to, I don't even remember what year it is. Maybe it was 2008 or 2004. And I'm going to talk about it because the Olympics are going on right now. And I don't know if you like, I love watching swimming. And I mean, I just love watching the Olympics. You know, I'm not a big TV guy, and I don't even watch a lot of sports unless it's the 8th inning of a baseball game or the playoffs or the 4th quarter of a football game or the playoffs, right? I don't sit and watch sports, but I love watching the Olympics. Well, remember, I think it was the 200-meter race, and it was Michael Phelps against the Russian. Now, and again, I might have it wrong the year, and I might even have the just as far as the race that it was in wrong, but I think it was a 200-meter. So anyway, they came off of the blocks into the pool, right? And they do, and the pool is 50 meters long. So 50 back, then 50, 50, and then 50. So 200 meters. So at the turn of the first, like at the first turn, Michael Phelps was, I think, out of 8 people, he was in 4th or 5th place. Then he turned the 100, and he was in like 3rd or 4th place. Then he turned the 150, and he was in 2nd or 3rd. And he got all the way to the end of the race. It was 200 meters, and Michael Phelps won the gold by 1/100th of a second. They say that's the width of a fingernail. That's what they say. It's the width of a fingernail. Now, where was Michael at the start of the race? He wasn't even on the medal stand. Halfway through, wasn't even on the medal stand. But he finished and he won the gold. So did it really matter where Michael Phelps was at the beginning of the race? No, man. It only matters where you're at the end of the race. And that's kind of the mindset you have to have in this. Because, see, right now, everything you're doing with your money, and I don't even know you guys that are on the call. I don't even know you, but I know what you do with your money. Every time you get money in, it doesn't matter how it comes in. It can come from active income, passive income, investment income, or even it could come in the mail from grandma. You could get a birthday check in the mail, right? So the thing you do is you take your money and you deposit it into somebody else's bank, the conventional bank. I live in Florida. John Humphrey, you live in California. So the conventional bank of wherever you live, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, Chase. And the thing you do is you put your money in the bank. And now the thing you do is you go into the bank and you write checks out against it to pay everybody else. You pay the house people, the car people, the student loan people. You pay food, travel, entertainment. You pay the taxes. You pay for Bobby's soccer practice, Susie's piano lessons, and you hope there's money left over for you, right? Well, you got to start paying yourself first. Pay yourself first. Now, I know you've heard that.
We've all heard that, right? Our whole life.
Yeah, it goes in one ear and out the other, but you never, ever do it. You pay everybody else first, and you hope there's money left over for you. You got to pay yourself first, and the true meaning of that is put that money into that whole life policy in a mutual company that pays dividends, where it's growing, compounded, tax-free growth, and you have immediate access to the money. My definition of immediately is within 30 days. Now, a couple of you are saying 30 days, that seems like a long time. Well, I always tell you 30 days, but let me tell you this. 19 policies, doing it for over 13 years. I've never had to wait more than 12 days to get a policy loan. But I tell you 30 because if it doesn't show up in 12, I don't want you to be mad at me. If you really need the money, you can get it overnighted to you and you can have it in a day or two. You might have to pay an overnight fee to do it, but if you really got to have it right away, then that's fine. You can get it. So all we're doing, just as a reminder, all we're doing is adding one simple step in your financial life. I don't want you to work harder. I don't want you to change your cash flow, take any additional risk, or lose control. We're just adding one simple step in your financial life.